As we all know, Siri is now the voice assistant for Apple and iPhones and has been for a long time. You originally thought it would be for iPhone competitors. So how did it end up becoming an Apple property rather than the opposite? What's the story?
Yeah, so we saw the iPhone come out and we said, what's wrong with the iPhone? I mean, it's great, but what's missing? The screen is kind of small. It's hard to type. Back then, BlackBerries had like a hard keyboard. The soft keyboards, kind of hard to type. And the bandwidth was super slow.
Okay.
It was like on 3G when it came out, if you clicked on a web link, it would take about a minute round trip. So we're like, man, if you're going to buy something on the web, it's probably 10 clicks. That's 10 minutes. No one's going to do that. What if you could just say, get me 2 tickets to the Warriors game tonight, and in one round trip with no typing, it doesn't matter how big the screen is, it can say, you want these seats? You go, yes, and you're done, right? That would be better. So that was the original, we knew Apple would be big with the iPhone, but we thought, what's missing? What could be better? And so we started a company. We grew it to about 22 people. And after 2 years in secret stealth mode, we launched Siri. One of the meanings, by the way, for Siri is secret in Swahili. And for me, that's a reference back to the original stealth secret days. We're not telling you what we're working on, that kind of stuff. But the CEO gets the official meaning. He's Norwegian-American, Dag Kitlaus. And the official meaning for Siri is beautiful woman who will lead you to victory. It's a Norse goddess metaphor. And so that's the meaning. So we built an app after 2 years, 22 people, launched it on February 4th, 2010. People started to download it. My favorite tweet at the time was someone said, it's like someone came from the future and said, dude, you have to try this app. And I'm like, yes, that's what I was going for.
At the time, was it on the Apple Store and the Google and the Android Store?
So it was only on the Apple Store.
On the Apple, okay.
But we were working hard on not only Android version, but also BlackBerry version. Would have been the best app ever to ship on a BlackBerry, I think, because it was slick, the original version of Siri. In fact, Steve Wozniak, who's the co-founder of Apple, if you ask him today, what's your favorite app of all time? He will say Siri, but not the Siri that came out embedded in the iPhone, the original app. It did so much more. And he goes on to say what he loved about it. But for me, we put so much love and thought and we were fighting. And it was just like, it was some of our best work, I think. And so I'm really proud that he liked that first version of Siri. And so it was in the App Store. People are downloading it. It's doing very well. We like it. People like it. And then 2 weeks later, we get a phone call, unannounced. Our CEO's on his iPhone. He's like, swipe, 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 because it says Apple Cupertino is calling.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He's trying to swipe to answer the phone, and it wouldn't pick up. It's like 7 swipes, and then finally it picks up, and we hear a voice. Hey, it's Steve. What you doing? Want to come over to my house tomorrow? And we're like, Steve Jobs is calling us? And we're like, how'd you get this number? Like, we had no website. We had no sign on the door. We were a stealth company. And yet Steve Jobs just called us unannounced. We went to his house. We spent 3 hours in Palo Alto. We talked about the future. Got in my first argument with Steve Jobs on day one, even though he was trying to flatter us. I'll tell you more about that if you want. But at the end, he said, I want to buy your company.
Wow.
And
this is just 2 weeks after launching?
Yeah, we're 2 weeks after launch. Okay. We thought Apple was just the most incredible company and Steve Jobs, this iconic figure. And so we said, thank you, not interested, goodbye. And we left. True story.
Yeah.
And
what was the thinking behind that decision?
We weren't planning to sell.
Okay.
We had signed a deal with one of the largest mobile providers that would have put us on every phone iPhone, BlackBerry, Android, preloaded above the fold with huge, primetime TV ads and billboards. And we had that deal signed. Like we couldn't get out of it.
Okay.
So we're like, Apple wants to buy it. We're like, we can't. So we just weren't in that mindset. But Steve was persistent, and he called us 30 days in a row. And at the end, he convinced us we could change the world more with Apple and as an independent company. So we joined. And really, a few things happened. One is he convinced us he understood the full vision of what we wanted to do and would support it. Second is the numbers, the financial numbers got much bigger than the original offer. And the third is we're like, well, but we have a commitment to ship on BlackBerry and Android like soon. And he's like, I'll make that go away. I'm like, how do you make it go away? It's a signed contract. Yeah. He goes, I'll take care of it. We're like, okay.